Welcome everyone to Get Bricked, where today we're checking out a Lego set from the Batman. Now we've got set 76179, Batman and Selina Kyle Motorcycle Pursuit. Now this set includes 149 pieces, so let's get it together. No, Batman! Welcome everyone to Get Bricked, where today we've got a Batman set from Lego. Now, as I mentioned, this is the Motorcycle Pursuit set with Batman and Selina Kyle, also known as Catwoman. Now, this was a great set of motorcycles to get from this build, and the fact that they are brick built instead of just being like a standard motorcycle frame where it's only a couple of pieces is a nice touch. And they're a very similar kind of design to the motorcycles, but they are a little bit different to keep them a bit unique as well. And I love the fact that we got the bat signal as well, and it is actually a movable part as well, so we can actually have this kind of bend up and down a little bit. We've also got this attached piece on the side where you can kind of move the pieces around and kind of swing it in and out. And then we got a couple of accessory pieces to go with them as well. So let's go ahead and take a closer look. So we'll take a look at Batman first, and I've gone ahead and removed his cape so we can actually take a look at the print for the figure. And we do get a very nice detailed print for the front and back of the torso, and we do get a bit of the print extending onto the front of the legs as well. Unfortunately though, no extra print on the back of the legs or on the sides or even on the arms of the minifigure, which is a small downside, but the print we do get is really nice with the amount of detail we're getting. There's a lot of line work from the suit. We've got the bat symbol on the chest. He's even got his utility belt, and around on the back you can see he's got his trusty grappling hook, it looks like, attached at the back there, and a couple of pouches for all of his gadgets. Now let's go ahead and pop on the cape for the figure, and this is one of the standard kind of Batman capes I've seen before. It does look really nice where it's just flopping there a little bit at the back. Definitely makes it stand out a little bit, so he's got like a nice flowing cape behind him, especially if he's going to be riding that motorcycle. Now moving up to the head, we do get him done up with his standard black cowl with the nice pointed ears on top. And then for the face, he actually does come with two heads. The first head goes with the cowl, and you can actually see here he's got the neutral kind of face, and then a kind of sneering, kind of smiling, smirking kind of face. Now they did include an alternate head with a short wavy brown hairpiece to go with it. And the alternate head does have two prints. We've got him with more of like a sad or concerned kind of face, and then we've of course got him with his rage screaming face. So a nice touch that they have an alternate head for when he's not wearing the cowl. Now as for his accessories, he does come with a couple of nice batarangs, and then he's also got a nice grappling gun as well. And I like the look of that, especially with the triple prongs that it has. And the other minifigure that we got from this set is of course Selina Kyle, also known as Catwoman. Now this one does feature a really nice print for the front and back of the torso, where we can see like the detail of the zipper and all of the line work, and even what appears to be some of the padding on her outfit. But that's where the printing ends, which is a little bit of a shame because there's no additional printing on the legs or on the arms or anything like that. A little bit of a downside there with the lack of printing, because that would have been a nice touch to give her a more customized look instead of just giving the standard black minifigure legs. Now moving up to the head, we do get her with a hairpiece where it's the short, straight black hair. Definitely matches the look of the character from the movie. Now for her head, we do have a couple of nice prints. We've got one where she's got a bit of a smile going on with her eyebrow raised. Maybe she's sneering at Batman because she's making her escape from him. And then we've of course got the alternate print where she's got a bit of more of a subtle kind of look, maybe a little bit more angry and determined with a slight smirk there appearing on the corner of her mouth. Now as for her accessories, she does come with a nice motorcycle helmet with the visor that can flip down. And then of course we've got her with a silver chain that she can use as a bit of a weapon for when she's trying to get away from Batman. So let's go ahead and take a look at the motorcycle side by side. And of course you'll notice very similar in their initial base design, but of course Batman's is a bit bigger and bulkier, definitely built for more power so he can pursue vehicles, whereas Selina Kyle's motorcycle is definitely smaller and sleeker, definitely built for speed and making that getaway. Now let's go ahead and get Batman on his motorcycle, and his of course is the beefier one, probably a little bit more raw power, especially since he probably needs it when he's going up in different kinds of chases against all number of criminals. But his is a really nice look to it, and I like the way that they've got a couple of additional features to each of the bikes. Now he does have a couple of nice features for his motorcycle. We've got the Batarang in place of the handlebars on the top there. He's also got that moving piece at the front where it has the headlight on it. Now that headlight was a sticker that I chose to apply because without that, it was very plain at the front. And I feel like that's a missed opportunity where they could have had that replaced with just a brick-built headlight. Just a couple of extra pieces could have made that a little bit of a nice feature for the set. But the overall look of the vehicle is really nice, and I like the fact that they actually have the handlebars where it's actually in the front there holding the wheel in place. Which is a nice look to the vehicle. I just wish they would have included something like that at the back as well, just to build it up a little bit more at the back. But the overall look of the back end is really nice and sleek with the way they've got the kind of like tail coming up off of it. So let's go ahead and get Selina Kyle on her motorcycle, where it is a smaller, kind of sleeker design to it. And the features for her motorcycle are a little bit different. Now for her motorcycle, we do get a couple of these like levers or switches that you have being used for the handlebars, which does make it a nice sleek design to it, and she can fit her hands in there really nicely. And then it looks like at the front of her motorcycle, they've kind of combined the headlight and that front piece holding the wheel on together to kind of build it up and make it look really nice and sleek on the front. Overall, I like the look of the front of her vehicle a little bit better because it's a lot more smooth of a transition between the two of them. But again, we did get a sticker piece for the headlight where we could have just replaced that with a couple of different bricks and actually had a brick-built light on there. And for the back of the bike, they did have a spot where you could attach the crate to it for anything she steals. A nice little touch that they included that on there. Now for the top of the crate, we do get a sticker that can be applied there where it has like the fragile symbol on it. Too bad that that couldn't be a printed piece. And even without that attached, the overall look of the bike is still nice without it. Now that actually brings us to the last build for this set where we have the bat signal, and it looks like it includes an attached armory as well because we have a spot to store the grappling hook as well as one of the batarangs. Now I like the look of this bat signal where we can actually move it up and down, so you can definitely move it and angle it and call in Batman if you need to. Now the bat signal does include an additional feature where it's actually a glow-in-the-dark piece. And it does look really good, and I was actually surprised with how good the glow was because after I built the set and turned off all the lights, it was actually glowing pretty good for having just come out of the box. But I like the fact that they included that as a nice small little play feature with it, that you can actually have it glow. Now the symbol for the bat signal, it is actually just a sticker that's applied. I would have been nice to see that as a printed piece, but because it's a glow-in-the-dark piece, I can see why they may have had that as a separate sticker that you apply on there. It's just too bad because of how circular it is. It's hard to get it just exactly right in the middle. So after getting a chance to take a look at the full set, I think this is going to be a nice addition to any Batman collection, especially since we get a couple of nice brick-built motorcycles. And the fact that we get the bat signal as well is a nice touch. I think personally though, for me, one thing I would have liked to have seen with this set is maybe replace the small little armory that's attached on the bat signal. That way you can make it more symmetrical and maybe use those extra pieces towards giving us the brick-built headlights on the front of the motorcycles, and maybe even another accessory for Selina Kyle to go with her because she's only got that chain. It would have been nice to see something else with her as well. But let me know your thoughts on this set in the comments below, and is there any other changes you would have loved to have seen? And don't forget to like and subscribe and get that bell on to be notified about our next video. Now before you shine the bat signal, just be sure to tell everyone that you just got bricked.